Welcome back, Founding Champions. It's Scott here with Founding Champions, and today I have a secondary market video for you. So if you are not in the secondary market, you just don't care whatsoever, go ahead and click off this video, thumbs down, up, subscribe, and eat your goldfish. So this video is for those that just want to know a little bit more about the secondary market, participate in the second market, or they do a lot of trading and buying and such like that. There's a lot of information that you may already know and I may be giving to you. And if you have any other inputs, you can go ahead and comment on the video. This video is going to be exactly 15 minutes long, so I'm not going to just ramble on. It's not going to go on forever. And if you look at the screen right now, I have different cards, as you can see, that are being sold and their prices. I am on tcgplayer.com. I also have eBay up. I have Queen City's buy list up so that we can look at all these different things. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start with the buy list because I'm on there. The buy list is a good indicator of what you might want to trade for to do buys. So if you want to trade a lot of your cards that aren't worth very much money for cards that sell very well on the buy list, then that might be good. Like if you're wondering, if some guy's wondering, why do you keep trading for all of my foil Trampling Gruntas? Well, because you can sell them versus your other cards that might not be on the list. You're like, oh my goodness, why are you trading for all this? Why do you need 20 Trampling Gruntas? He wants to sell them. At the top of the list, we do have Infected Terrorgeist. Queen City is buying them for $5.50. Don't mistake Queen City for Star City. For some reason, I see a lot of these smaller card game stores, internet retailers and such, market themselves piggybacking off of Star City or something like that. And you got Empire Games and all this and that. Very big sounding names. I don't know why I said that. I'm just taking shots. But here we go. This is their buy list. Pain-Induced Fury, he buys it for $1. Inspired Glory, $2. He'll buy your Hurricane Raptors for $3.75. But let's start off with Infected Terrorgeist at the top of the list. He buys them for $5.50. eBay sells for $18 shipped. And TCG Player, I just clicked off it, didn't I? TCG Player sells for, there it is, about $8 shipped, $10 shipped if you want a full playset. These two guys on the top, they've only got a couple. We can see more prices. As you can tell, he has obviously purchased some. He's trying to get his money back. Selling him at 10. I can't really tell. He's got 362 sales total. So he seems to be fairly new to TCG Player. He may have just started with Warhammer. He doesn't seem to have been around too long. I've been around longer, but he has done more business because he's been consistent throughout the years, while I sort of only jump in on the high money sets. What is this? Sir dies a lot. Okay. Updates. Thank you, computer. So, well, that is a video about Rudy. Anyways, where I'm going to go with next after buy list. So I haven't seen any other buy lists. If you've seen other buy lists, go ahead and comment in the description so we can go take a look at their buy lists. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. What is this bulk rate? I believe his bulk rate is very similar to the Pokemon bulk rate. Where is that bulk rate? It's about, I think it was like 1 cent or 2 cent mix or something like that for bulk. Maybe it's at the very bottom. Here it is. Yeah, 2 cent. Non-full, common, uncommon bulk, 2 cents. So, I mean, if it's not on the buy list, he might bulk your card. So if it's not on this list, there's a good chance he might bulk it. I don't totally know that for sure. It does look like he had to put some work into setting up just these cards alone. Maybe he got lazy and didn't want to set up any more, or just the only cards he wants. And I know there's got to be willing to buy some other cards that are higher priced. Now, some of the higher priced cards like Nagash, they don't sell very much. It's because you only need one. That's it. Just one. You don't need two. You don't need, So how many Nagashes need to be sold? And when you open a second one, you're going to trade it away. And that reduces the amount of buyers for a higher end card like Nagash, which is only about $10 anyways. Let's see, we're about 5 minutes into our 15-minute video. 2 cents, that's really good. That's Pokemon sort of prices. If you have a lot of bulk, and I mean, say you've got one box, 1,000 count box, okay? Just think about that for a second. You know, you got 1,000 of these bad boys. You're gonna multiply that by that. It's $20. So you're gonna get $20 for every 1,000 cards you send in. It looks like you're taking on the shipping price though, so you're gonna have to ship it to them. It says you can ship for about $5, so that's not so bad. The more you send, the smaller the shipping cost gets per card. Now the health of the secondary market. How healthy is the secondary market, in my opinion? It's definitely cooled off a lot. We're going to see it pick back up in the second set, but that's kind of obvious. It's going to pick up pretty well, too. Booster box. Let's see, $69.94. It should be $76.80. That's the price, but it's really hard to get some of these guys in trouble. If I wanted to report this to PlayFusion, let me click into here. Who's the seller? Karen Santh, $4.75. What's his real name? What's his address? I have to do a lot of investigative work. Who's he buying from? He's buying from. He's in Pennsylvania, so you can kind of narrow down the distributors, but he could be buying from a faraway distributor. It's just hard to tell. You can't really turn these guys in. He probably sold a case of these. You can check how many of something got sold, but things have been definitely cooling off. We got another one here. We got pre-sales. I assume this would be Queen City. Here at the top, yeah, 99.2. He's got a smaller rating than the other guy, so the other guy's been selling a lot of random stuff, apparently. More than 10 available. He sold one pre-sale. He's in Kentucky, so I believe his distributor would be Alliance, but he could also use Southern Hobby. Southern Hobby's around there too. What else has he got? Just average stuff. So it's definitely cooled off this game. A lot of people have sort of jumped in the bandwagon late to selling. And a lot of guys, when they're selling singles, they've only cracked open a case. They've opened up 12 boxes. So what's 12 boxes in terms of wholesale? That's what, over $500, under $600. So they're spending almost $600, and then they're throwing out the singles on the market. It's just really small timing. If you're a small time, kind of guy, then that's for you. Which a lot of people are, and I'm not saying that is a bad thing. Hashtag free hobby. If you're a reseller and you also play the game like I do, then you can kind of make your money back, essentially. But if you're looking for a super big cash cow and make a lot of money really quick, this is not where you want to be, obviously. Second set is where you're going to want to be. A lot of people have made when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about like Team Covenant. They put on huge pre-sales and stuff like that. People put their pre-sales on. That's just, I did not expect to see one. I actually didn't look at this before making the video. I did not expect to see just one. And you can make an offer, so you can get it for less than $76.80. It's kind of annoying how quick the $76.80 went. It's like there was like nobody selling on the market, and somebody was like, $80. And you're just like, retail is like $96. Why are you going to go straight to 80 when we haven't even, seen many results yet? So when there's not that many sellers on the market yet. $79.85. It's just a $69.85. There's people definitely breaking it. We have no idea who these people are. You can't really catch them. You can catch somebody like me. That's because people know who I am. You can catch somebody like Matt at Queen City Gaming. We're not going to do it, but then we're being drastically undercut by these guys. But you can't really stop them. I mean, who is P Football Pete 4DHX? and this dude has sold quite a few things. Bloomington, Connecticut. You know, he's obviously some guy who sells we call it the non-tradable cards, that other sports stuff. And he just wants to make some extra money because really it doesn't cost him much money to do this. He puts, you know, $500, $1,000 into the pot, and that gets tied up, which isn't that much, and he makes money. You know what I mean? He just puts it on eBay, and it's just small income revenue stream coming on in. He makes a little bit of money. And, you know, if the box price goes up over time, a year from now, he goes, oh, look, I have this box. I bought for $45 a box. You know, it's $96 MSRP, but now it's selling for $120. You know, it's a small investment for a lot of people. That's why it's up here. In terms of health, it's just, you know, you're gonna see a lot of people jumping onto the next set, trying to make that money that we made in the first set. We made a lot of money when this first set came out, guys. We made a lot of money because it was new. We took the risk. You know, a lot of us went and bought 40 some odd, almost 100 boxes. And we took that initial risk. You know, when a lot of new card games come out, you take the risk. You can get completely hosed. But, you know, Queen City knew about Play Fusion's other card game, and he knew that this game was going to be good, so he jumped in. He jumped in kind of small at start. I jumped in pretty big at start. I hit the ground running. So I just had a leap of faith, basically. I used the information I was given and what I knew, and from other card games I've seen to make the decision. And if you are deciding to try and get into, now this is a big point. You know, 11 minutes into the video, it's a big point. If you're deciding to get into set 2, it's a good decision. You're not going to get hosed. Go into set 2, buy it. You can buy a very large quantity. You're not going to get hosed. You're pretty much safe. Buy tons and tons and tons of it. Now, when they start coming out with, you know, if they sell out, they're starting to have huge restocks. Now, I wouldn't recommend restocking if you already have tons of it lying around. However, you're going to make your money. I don't see how you're not going to make money, really. It's just people are going to buy the boxes. People are going to need singles. There are a lot more sellers on the market right now than there used to be, but it's still not so overwhelmed that you can still get into it. Now, I wouldn't go and buy, you know, over 200 boxes or so worth of this stuff. I wouldn't do that. I'd keep it around 100 or less. Now, if you're one of the big timers online, then you can go up to almost 200. But I wouldn't go too big onto something like this. You might just have a lot sitting around. You know, if you're really, really big, 200 boxes should be where you should start off at. Now, I can't show you the other websites for like the distributors. I can't do that. But what I can tell you is that the distributors for set 1, they're holding on to product. They have product in stock. If you don't have product, because your LGS won't sell it to you, they're full of nonsense. They can get the product, and if they won't get it, they're full of nonsense. If you need product, I'll sell it to you. Anybody will sell it to you. Just go online, like you've seen on eBay. You can get a set 1 box for $70, and it looks shipped, free shipping. $70 free shipping for a box, apparently. So there isn't really too much to report, but I did want to sort of make a video, get it out there. We got 1 minute left. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude with set 2 is a good investment. Don't go too big. If you're big, don't go too big. A lot of big stores probably aren't going to see this. Excuse me, that's my phone. I'm not going to answer that. With the final 30 seconds, dude, I do want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. If you have any secondary market questions, feel free to send me a message, and we can have a discussion if you'd like. And yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.